My name is Barrett Burgin. I'm a media arts major, and my honors thesis is it's called Father of Man, an exploration of the afterlife in creative cinema. And I'm not just looking at the ways that the afterlife is sort of creatively imagined, but actually a study of the different cultures that make these films and what we can glean about the value system of these cultures. And so what I found is in Western films, such as, this is from A Matter of Life and Death, this is still here, but Defending Your Life, A Matter of Life and Death, Heaven Can Wait, these are some examples. Western depictions of the afterlife tend to be pretty rule-focused. They almost have kind of a corporate imagining. There's angels who have suits and ties with names like Mr. So-and-so. There's use of technology like planes, shuttles, buses. There's usually the conflict in the film comes from like one of the rules has been messed up and we have to solve it and get things kind of back in their factory order. And then especially there's this idea of like progress. Like once you've gone to the next life, you kind of have to take the next step to get to where you're supposed to go. Comparing this to Asian interpretations, films such as a film actually called Afterlife, for example. This is a Japanese film where people come in, they sit at a desk, and you'd never even be able to tell that it's a film about the afterlife other than the dialogue. Asian interpretations tend to be very domestic, subtle, subdued. So these people sit down at a desk, they learn that they can only take one memory with them, and they have a week to pick a memory, and then they'll live eternally in that memory, kind of in a state of transcendence, going on a lone journey. Or Uncle Boonmee is a Thai film where this man, it's domestic again, spends his last days with his family. He sees different versions of his past lives as he's been reincarnated, and then of course eventually passes on this lone journey, which is indicative of sort of more subtle, quiet Asian values. This is actually still from my film called Father of Man. So as part of the media arts program, every semester they generously fund a short film. $8,000 we have to, and all the students work on it, to create a short film, and everybody works in different key roles. So I applied to write and direct this capstone film and got chosen, and so this is my story. It's about a man named Boyd who crosses off to the other side and has to sort of reconcile this estranged relationship that he has with his son. I purposefully used Latter-day Saint aesthetics and iconography, like the sea of glass. There's white stones that they transfer in and out of, and that was intentional. But when examining my piece, sort of like I did with these other examples, I found that that there's inherent values that show up that I wasn't aware of. So, for example, the idea of a father and son still being linked on the other side, and that these relationships need to continue and stay good. Is indicative of my Latter-day Saint background, which is very focused on families and family relationships continuing into the afterlife and whatnot. And so I'm still in the research portions. I graduate in August, but I'm looking forward to finding more of this evidence of different cultures and what we can tell about them, and compiling that into a comprehensive study.